character sheet.
So I'll need both the character sheet and the handbook?
Yeah.
Okay.
The handbook's mainly just so I don't have to
Oh.
keep referring back to it myself whenever someone else has a question.
Alright, I can actually type into the character sheet, can't I?
Yep.
Too bad it's so tiny. I need to close this. My PDF viewer has... Oh, here we go. It has a little extra box off to the side that I didn't want to see. Alright. So I can actually enter in these numbers now.
I can't.
Oh, I have the PDF. Do you have the PDF? Oh, I'm not sure you can use it on the iPad, though. Okay, so we're doing 18 strength. 13 constitution. I'm still keeping my other numbers over here because I haven't decided yet on what they're going to be.
Strength, 99. Dexterity, 99. Constitution, 99. Intelligence, 99.
Sounds a bit overpowered to me.
No, I'm not trying to do bigger box.
The highest stat anything can be is 20
In the game or starting off?
in the game. Starting off, it's 18.
Okay.
Wait, is PSI here?
Yeah.
Where is he going to be chatting? In Discord?
Right
On
now,
the-
he's messaging me.
Okay.
Oh, and Kula, do you have Tabletop Simulator?
Tabletop simulator. I don't believe so.
Oh, because that's what we were gonna use.
As a matter of fact, if you need to buy it, you can get it on sale right now from the Indie Gala store for $10. It's half off. That's where I got it.
And PSI just bought it for 20.
PSI did, or you?
PSI.
Oh.
He literally just bought it earlier today for $20.
Yeah.
Oof.
I always go to istthereanydeal.com when I'm going to buy a game to see if there was a different digital store that sells it for cheaper. So that's how I make sure that I don't, miss out on a deal that's available.
That makes
Okay,
sense.
so where were we?
I decided to choose Strength and Constitution because I'm going Barbarian.
Okay. So the little ovals beneath the big numbers. You see them on your PDF?
Just let me switch back. Okay. I don't use PDFs very often, so here we go.
I'll
Little-
message you what it looks like for me.
Yeah, I'm looking at Chapter 3 classes, and it doesn't necessarily say... Here, what I should do... I should switch over to desktop, I think. On capture, and then I can just drag this in here. And you can see what I'm looking at. Oh, that also reminds me. Just let me... Just back over. Let's turn chat on. I just realized I forgot about this. There's just so many things I need to do. It's easy to lose track of it from time to time. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so I'm looking at the very first page for Chapter 3 for classes. I don't see any bubbles below it. It just mentions the classes, the class type,
on
the
your
description.
character PDF.
Oh, okay. Right. What should my name be? It would just be my name. I'm not creative enough to figure out something else.
I generally have a go-to character for this type of thing.
Okay.
So you're gonna be John Doe.
Wait a minute. Who the heck is John Doe?
It's a joke. It basically John Doe is an unidentified person.
Yeah, it's like Anon, except back when, I don't know, police departments did Anon. If you're familiar with the concept of an Anon, then I guess.
Yeah, I am.
Okay. All right. So, could you reiterate that, EU, what I should be looking for here?
So I'll take a screenshot of what it looks like on my end.
Okay. I know I'm looking at the right sheet now, at least. Do I dare open unknown PNG? I'm not sure. Yes, this will
Wait,
work.
what?
Ah, okay. I see it now. Strength 18. Excellent. I know what I'm looking for.
So, where you have the little oval beneath that's empty right now, that's your modifier.
How do I determine my modifier?
So, your stats were 7, 9, 10, and what else?
Just let me take a look here. Okay. My stats overall, 10, 18, 9, 11, 13, and 9. Those are the numbers that I rolled.
So, 9 would be a -1 modifier.
For my 18s... Wait, so how does this work then? How do we determine which numbers I'm choosing here for my modifier?
Well, 10 is the middle. That's where your modifier is 0. It doesn't go positive or negative. For every 2 up or down, it's a -1. So like 9 would be -1, 8 would be -1, 7 would be -2.
Okay.
And then 11 would be 0, but 12 would be +1, etc., etc.
Wait. Okay, so it would have a positive modifier if it was higher than 10, but a negative modifier if it's less than 10?
A negative modifier if it's less than 10, positive if it's higher than 11.
Higher than 11, okay. So, -1 then, I guess. But how do we determine which ones are going to be used as the negative modifiers? Because if I have 18 strength, shouldn't I be giving myself a higher modifier then? Because that's well above 11.
So, 18 is +4 because it's 8 above 10.
Okay. So I do the same thing with Constitution then, right?
Yeah.
Which would be +2? I'm trying to think
Since
here.
it's what number?
It's 13.
No, it would be +1.
Okay, because it starts at 11, right?
That's 8.
Yeah.
Right, so 12, 13, yeah, okay. Every 2.
Sorry, I'm bad at explaining.
I think you're doing a pretty good job.
So are the classes in Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition the same as Advanced Dungeons & Dragons 2nd edition?
No.
Heck.
All I know is there's been a lot of changes between versions.
Yeah, I've known that.
My internet seems to be acting up again here, unfortunately.
Fun.
So if you see me with a bad connection, it's just my fault. It's not anything on your end, I don't think.
Okay.
Oh, there's PSI. So EU is the DM, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm missing the other players around here. Okay, I'm on the other side of the board. So what kind of board is this? Just out of curiosity. Is this a special one designed for D&D?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay.
Interesting.
Since I can't find it with the default stuff. I was sneaky and I saved the game on my end while I was playing with my friend a few years ago. So now I have the board for myself.
Oh, they had created the board back then?
I think so.
Okay.
Also, this blue box that you can't see inside, that is where I keep my secret stuff.
Okay. At first I just thought it was an artifact that wasn't the texture hadn't rendered properly or something for it. Because that can happen sometimes when you have games where they just have placeholder artifacts in it. Oh, there's PSI. I'm sorry, I couldn't read it. Is there any way to change the angle I'm using? Viewing the board. Ooh. I can only move
So
mine.
how much did you say that Tabletop Simulator is?
You can get it for $10. You can use the right mouse button to move the angle of the camera.
Because I have no idea if I really have the money to spare.
If you buy it at Indie Gala right now, it should be $10. It's okay though if you don't. That's understandable. If you buy it on Steam, though, it'll be full price at $20. It's a pretty good game, from what I've heard, because you can actually play a lot of different types of tabletop games on it. Like games that you probably shouldn't have access to. Honestly, I'm surprised it hasn't been shut down for like copyright infringement or something. Because some of the games you can play on here that I've heard, they're like you're supposed to buy them.
So, what's your wisdom modifier?
I suppose I would choose that third then. I just wasn't certain which stats I should go for after strength and constitution.
I'd recommend dexterity to be your third highest.
Dexterity? Okay.
Because that helps with your evasiveness, so to speak.
So my dexterity is 11 then. So that's, wait, 11, that's going to be a modifier of 0 then, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd say the least important stat for a barbarian is intelligence.
Can't imagine. So, yeah, one of my 9s will go into intelligence then, I suppose. And I'll put 10 into charisma, I guess. That would be a mediocre barbarian here in terms of my charisma.
I'm thinking I might try to run a paladin.
Paladin's cool.
Okay.
I haven't actually played that before.
So, just out of curiosity, what kind of background do you have in terms of this game?
My mom, like, it was a huge no-no in my house. And so I didn't get to play it until I was, like, 15 or 16. And one of my friends was like, hey, I want to play Dungeons and Dragons, and I said sure, and he bought me Tabletop Simulator, but then they found out I didn't know how to play, and they're like, never mind, you don't get to play with us.
Oh.
And so one of my other friends was like, I can teach you how if you want, and we can do a one-on-one campaign. So I said sure, and he's the best DM I've ever had, because I've had like 3 different DMs, and 3 or 4.
All right.
I remember there was this one time when I was playing Dungeons and Dragons with a couple friends, and so my cousin thought it would be smart to jump down a staircase that he couldn't see the end of. And so when he reached the bottom, he received 1 damage and a concussion.
Sorry I haven't been responding to your messages, PSI. It's just this text box is so tiny I can barely read the letters in it. Is there a way to change the font at all? Here we go. Font size. Yes, this is going to help me. Now I can actually read it. Excellent.
I guess I should go to max HP next, since that's what PSI wants to know, and you don't have that yet. Let me
I
check
decided to use the Bastion soundtrack for this.
Actually, okay, so Barbarian gets a hit die for HP of 1d12. So at first level, you would have the maximum amount your hit die can give you, plus your Constitution modifier. So at first level, you would have, for example, 1d12 plus 2.
And why are we rolling dice, out of curiosity? How do dice rolls come into this?
Dice rolls determine pretty much everything. So, what's your Constitution modifier again?
+1.
Okay, so you would have 13 HP at first level, but since we're gonna start out at level 3, you would start by having 13, and then you would roll 2d12s and add your Constitution modifier twice, and then add that to your max HP.
Where's my max H? Oh, here it is. Hit point maximum. So I have to go back to Tabletop Simulator for this?
Yeah, to roll the dice. Unless you want me to roll them for you.
Wait, which... They're D6s or...
D12s. A barbarian gets a lot of HP.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot the formula.
Well, start by rolling them.
How many, though? I'm not sure how many I need.
Just 2.
Just 2? Okay.
Since you're at 3rd level.
Right, okay.
So you would add 8 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1 to 13.
8 plus 1?
So you would have 25.
I'm not sure how we came to this number. I'm going to enter in 25 and... Wait, is that my maximum? That's just my current HP, right?
That's your maximum and your current.
Okay, and my current, okay. Well, we arrived at that number somehow. I'm still not sure how I got there, but I'll take it for what it's worth.
You want me to try to explain it differently?
Yeah. I think the fundamentals are important.
Okay, so first level, you always have the maximum amount of HP from your hit die possible. Since you're a barbarian, your hit die is 1d12. So you would always have at least 12 HP at your first level. You would add your Constitution modifier. So for each level. So at the first level, it would be 13. And then for every level after first, instead of adding 12, you roll the 1d12 to see how much you get. And you would also add the Constitution modifier every level.
Okay. I think once we actually see it in practice, I'll get a much better idea of how it works.
Okay.
Because it's a bit abstract at the moment. So turn that down a little bit more.
So, PSI, did you get that?
Oops. I wish you'd stop closing the chat on me. Global.
You're a rogue, right, PSI? If you don't want to use dice, you can add half of the maximum amount your hit die could give you. So like for a 1d8, you could add 4 health instead. But rolling gives you a chance of getting really high amounts, as well as really low amounts.
Wait, so there was an option for me not to roll?
Would you rather take that?
No. I was just curious. I wasn't aware that there was an option.
I don't usually go with that, but PSI is still confused, and I don't feel like explaining it again.
PSI is risk adverse.
Oh, let me check. PSI, what's your Constitution modifier?
Apparently my connection will always be bad. Still says 134 ping, which is a bit unusual. Usually, wait, is this peer-to-peer connections?
I think so.
Okay, that would explain it then, yeah.
So since you have a Constitution modifier of 1 and you're a rogue, it would be 9 at first level. And then you would roll 2d8 since we're at 3rd level, and add 2 to that, and add that all to the HP amount, and that...
Is there a page I can read all of this on? Like, could you just link it to me, or mention it in the manual?
Creating a character...
Document properties.
Beyond first.
I accidentally closed the chapter navigation menu in my PDF, and now I can't figure out how to get it back. Oops. That was not smart. I don't use Adobe Acrobat much, so.
Part 1, or chapter 1 of the book, is creating a character. So, that would have the step-by-step process and the beyond first level thing.
Looking for the level pools for Paladin so that I can put the experience to a level up.
Oh, we're not gonna have experience.
To imagine and create a character of your own. Your character is a combination of game statistics, role-playing hooks, and your imagination. You choose a race, such as human or halfling, and a class, such as fighter or wizard. You also invent the personality, appearance, and backstory of your character. Once completed, your character serves as your representative in the world, your avatar in the game, your avatar in the Dungeons & Dragons world. Before you dive into step 1 below, think about the kind of adventurer you want to play. You might be a courageous fighter, a skulking rogue, a fervent cleric, or a flamboyant wizard. Or you might be more interested in an unconventional character, such as a brawny rogue who likes hand-to-hand combat, or a sharpshooter who picks off enemies from afar. Do you like fantasy fiction featuring dwarves or elves? Try building a character of one of those races. Do you want your character to be the toughest adventurer at the table? Consider a class like barbarian or paladin. I think PSI wanted to be paladin. Oh no, it disconnected me from EU song. Error. Nickname already in use. Are you kidding me? How many people have my nickname? How is that possible? I'm gonna try joining it again. For some reason, the server browser here does not allow you to hide the password of all things. It doesn't actually black it out using asterisks or anything. So I guess there we go. It might have gone down on EU's side. I'm not sure. She left for a bit. Oh no, here I'm back in. My ping is probably still terrible. Choose color. I'm gonna be green. Error. Nickname is still already in use. Press question mark or back for help. Okay. Ooh, there's question mark. I can also press back for help. What is that, backspace? No. Question mark works for sure. Yes, I'm color green here. Contextual menu. Right click on an object for more options. Right click on non-objects for global menu options. Okay. Yep, this is the first time I've used Tabletop Simulator. So I'm not even sure how you can add different games to it. It's definitely one of the better simulators I've come across, though. Like a simulator that actually makes sense and isn't just a complete meme of itself. Okay. Once you have a character in mind, follow these steps. Oh, wait. Okay, ended on the paladin. If you don't know where else to begin, take a look at the illustrations in this book to see what catches your interest. Once you have a character in mind, did somebody just message in here? What happened? PSI, I think EU had to go and do something for a bit, and then I got disconnected. Wait, can you hear me in the Discord? I'm not sure. I imagined you were in there, but I could be wrong. Your conception of the character
Okay,
might...
I'm back.
Welcome back. So I found the chapter. I was going to read it, but... Your character's hit points define how tough your character is in combat.
Chainmail?
Let's see. And I'm panting because I just ran up the stairs.
Okay.
Understandable.
Chainmail is... Chainmail or chain shirt is the question.
Chainmail.
16, but you have to have a strength of 13 at least.
Okay then. So
And
how
it
am I
also-
supposed to set my stats?
Have you rolled for them?
No, I don't even have a die.
Well, we have some in Tabletop Simulator. Do you want me to roll for you?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay, so you're gonna have 6 stats. Be ready to write them down.
Okay.
First one is 15. Second one is 15 again.
Ah, it's a couple good rolls right there.
Third one is 10. Fourth one is... crap. Let me re-roll that.
I'm guessing it was a 19 or a 20.
No, it was one of the dies moved when I tried to check. Next
Oh.
one's 13.
Cool.
And then you have 10. And how many stats is that so far?
That is 5.
Okay, so the last one. 13.
Okay then.
And then you choose which stat goes to which
Yeah.
stat.
So I'm looking at the ability scores and modifiers. What is a score? Okay, it says you generate your character's 6
I got
ability
all my
scores
stats
randomly.
set up
Gotcha.
there now.
Okay.
Record the total of
And
the highest 3
what
dice.
exactly is a Constitution modifier?
Let me check. Your con modifier would be the modifier for your Constitution score.
So 10.
No. If it's a Constitution of 10, the modifier would be 0.
Oof.
Take your 6 numbers and write each
That
number
means I
besides
have
one of your
10
character's 6 abilities.
Which class did you pick?
Paladin?
And it has a D10 for the hit die?
Yeah, 1d10.
Okay. And then we're starting out at 3rd level, so, you want to calculate your health for the next 2 levels.
Alright. I'll look at the, level tree.
Okay, so they have a table in here
Well,
that allows you to
PSI
easily
certainly
calculate
having
it.
fun with the dice.
Is that what's going on there? Oh yeah, you can roll dice like that. Have you ever played any other games on Tabletop Simulator? EU? Just out of curiosity. What's so funny?
What?
Nothing.
Oh, did my internet die? You can't hear me. Okay. Let me just restart that.
Buddha, what are you doing?
Am I back now?
Yes, you are.
Did I drop out before?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I don't know why Discord does that to me from time to time, but it does. Yeah, that would explain
We're
it.
gonna start when everyone's characters are finished, so we might end up actually doing the actual campaign a different night.
Okay.
Because creating characters takes a while.
Yeah. Hello, PSI.
It
The really misleading thing about this PSI is I can always hear all of you, but you can't hear me. So anybody who's talking in voice chat, it makes it sound like there's nothing wrong. It's just that I'm not being heard.
Yeah.
It's Discord. It's free. I can't complain.
Yeah.
Hey PSI, I want to see something fun.
You can make them gallop.
They're fish!
How do you do that?
You highlight all of them, and then press F over and over.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so what part were we on?
I should go back to my character screen here.
So let's see, Barbarian.
So, at the very top of the worksheet, it says Barbarian class and level. I put down Barbarian 3.
Yes.
The background is anything, is it like a profession, something that I choose for it?
It's basically your backstory, kind of. They have a list of backgrounds and their effects. Also, I think you should choose race next first, before we do that.
Okay, is there... Wait, I haven't looked at the other sheet. Do they list the available ones, or is this something that's completely up to your imagination?
It's under Chapter 2, Races.
Oh, here we go. Nice. Choosing a race. Oops. Humans are the most common people in the worlds of D&D, but they live and work alongside dwarves, elves, halflings, and countless other fantastic species. Your character belongs to one of these people. Not every intelligent race of the multiverse is appropriate for a player-controlled adventurer. Okay, let's take a look. Here we go. Dwarves, long memory, long grudges, short and stout. Like a teapot.
A good race for Barbarian is either Dwarf or... Was it Dragonborn? Or not Dwarf. Half-Orc. Or, I think Dragonborn.
Okay, here we go. Dwarf, elf, halfling, human, dragonborn, half-orc. Yeah, scarred and strong. I think I know more about dwarves than I do about half-orcs, so we'll go with dwarf then.
Okay. So, if you scroll down in the dwarf page, it'll have in bold your ability score increase. So for dwarves, their constitution increases by... What the?
Yeah, what was that noise?
PSI, don't do that!
The multiverse has exploded.
How do I go back?
Well, the multiverse, man. You know we need that.
Wow. Talk about a table flip, huh?
How do I disable table flips?
Is that what it was?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, right there it is. I see the button. There's actually a button to ruin everybody's game. How considerate
There,
of
I
the
disabled
developers.
it.
Is there anything illicit there? That's the reason I don't like capturing the desktop. I never know when I'm going to misclick on something I don't want people to see.
So your constitution score would increase by 2, so your modifier would increase by 1.
I'm looking. You're talking about dwarf traits, right?
Yeah.
But I don't see them actually give values based off of that.
I'll take a
Oh,
screenshot.
okay.
Of what it looks
Oh,
like.
no. I see it. Your constitution score increases by 2 because of ability. Wait. Your
Ability score increase.
okay. So I just increase. Now this is the mod. This is not the modifier, right? This is just the actual ability.
The base score.
Right. Okay.
So the modifier would increase by 1. And then if you choose
Right.
to be a mountain dwarf, your strength will also increase by 2.
I don't. Oh, here we go. Mountain dwarf. As a mountain dwarf, you're strong and hardy, accustomed to a difficult life in rugged terrain. You're probably on the tall side for a dwarf and tend towards lighter coloration. The shield dwarves of northern something or other. Noble dwarven clan. Mountain dwarves. I mean, there's really no downside, is there? I might as well be a mountain dwarf then. Dwarven armor training. Proficiency with light and medium armor. Okay, that gives
Which I
us
think Barbarian already has.
20 strength. Which I believe increases my...
Modifier to +5.
Okay, because there is a page that actually lists the modifiers. If you are... Here we go, 20 to 21. Yeah, it's +5, okay.
And next you'll probably want to... Oh, wait. You should put speed on your character sheet 25.
Where does that number come from?
It'll say speed under dwarf traits. Your base walking speed is
Okay.
25 feet.
Yep, okay, I see it. 25 feet, your speed is not reduced by wearing heavy armor. So are any of those other traits determined by that as well? Like the armor class and initiative? Do they list that on the dwarf traits, or do I find those elsewhere?
They're elsewhere.
Okay.
Initiative is just your dexterity modifier.
Okay. I do not understand why Steam is such an inconsistent loading experience for me. Let's check PSI chat. Speed for a rogue is 30 feet, right? Have you played this game before PSI? I imagine you have. Am I the only one here who hasn't played it?
Yep.
Maybe.
Okay.
Well, it sounds like Kula hasn't played this edition, though.
Yeah, I haven't played 5th edition, only A, D, and D, E2.
You haven't
Looks like
played
I'm
in a
the only
while.
active
Okay.
player. And then chapter 4 deals with your background.
Okay. I determined the class before I determined the race. So you have to deal with that again then. Personality and background.
For a barbarian, let's see what there is.
I wish the text was a little bit more clear here. It's really interesting because you can actually search the text and select it, but for some reason it acts as if it's rendering like a PN or a JPEG image.
Does it for you? It looks really clear for me.
I wonder what's causing that then. Maybe it's just the background image then that the text is overlaid on. I'm not that familiar with the PDF format, but it is fairly popular, so I probably should familiarize myself better with it. Okay, so I am a dwarf, a mountain dwarf, base height of 4 feet.
And your speed is 25?
Where do I find the speed?
That means in, I think, 6 seconds you can move 25 feet.
Hello, people.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Wait, do I record
how
my
is it?
speed somewhere?
Yeah, it should be on your character sheet on the first page.
So how is everybody?
Pretty good.
I'm still learning, so it's a bit slow, I guess you could say. Oh yeah, there was speed, 25. Was I supposed to have 25 speed?
Huh?
Was I supposed to have 25 speed, or because I?
Yes.
Okay, because I also have 25 hit points. I thought maybe I just accidentally entered it in the wrong box. Okay.
I found the perfect image for your character. Actually,
I can play for free.
I think the only thing that's really going to make a difference in your background, since this campaign isn't going to be very long, will be the skill proficiencies.
Rainbow Six Siege. I'm downloading this apparently.
How does skill work?
You have different skills based on your stats, and proficiency allows you to have a bonus to that skill. At level 3, your proficiency will always be +2.
Is there any sort of chart that keeps track of my proficiency or something?
Yes, it should be under the class.
Class. I see armor class.
Barbarian.
Okay, I see class and level for barbarian.
So the barbarian at 3rd level gets +2 proficiency.
I just don't see anywhere to record down proficiency on the worksheet.
It's on the first page, upper left.
Upper left. Character name, inspiration. Oh, proficiency bonus. Here we go. You said it was based on level plus what?
2. It's different depending on what your level is, but for level 3 it's +2.
Okay, we're going to start off at +2 then. I'm going to look this up in the sheet. Oops. Oh, I don't know how to spell this word. Once again, the Is it a mnemonic? What are those little sayings that are supposed to help you? Mnemonic. A mnemonic device or memory device is any learning technique that aids information retention. Yeah, so one of the things that that's been mentioned to me anyway, is this idea of I before E except after C. And of course, proficiency is another one of those exceptions to that rule, isn't it?
Yep.
Wonderful. Just to make sure we don't misspell this, I want to look it up. Beginning at 10th
I'm trying
level.
to figure out how this oath system works.
Here we go. Beginning at 10th level, you can use your action to frighten someone with your menacing presence. And then I skipped past it. Damn it. Let's try to find it again. I want it to zoom in like this. Beginning at 10th level, you can use your action to frighten someone with your menacing presence. When you do so, choose one creature that you can see within 30 feet of you. If the creature can see or hear you, it must succeed on a wisdom saving throw. DC equal A plus your proficiency bonus. Yeah, but they don't really mention where my proficiency originates from. Let's try to find another one. Okay, for the bard, we see a proficiency. Spell attack modifier, proficiency, jack of all trades. Like, where's the progenitor of proficiency, though? Like, I see a whole bunch of proficiency-specific things. Like, a lot of them. Tiers of play. What is the progenitor of proficiency?
The what?
Progenitor?
I don't know what that word means.
Okay. So, I'm not sure if I'm using it correctly, but anyway. A progenitor is a person or thing from which a person, animal, or plant is descended or originates. So it's an ancestor or parent.
Basically,
Right.
first through fourth level you get +2. Fifth through 8th level you get +3. So every 4 levels it goes up 1, and it starts at +2.
Okay.
Or every.
It starts at +2, and every... How many levels does it go up?
Maybe it's not every 4 levels. Well, every certain level it goes up. It goes up at 5th, 9th, 13th.
Is there a table I can see this in?
7th. Yeah, it's near the. It's the second page of the barbarian thing.
Okay, thanks. Choosing a class.
Eek! Who touched my box of secrets? PSI.
Okay, here I see the proficiency bonuses now. Excellent. So proficiencies, it's part of a class feature.
This place is silent.
What do you mean? We're talking.
I don't know. It's just silent. Yeah, it's just silent.
Wait, can you not hear us?
No, I can. It's just, you know.
A lot of us are reading. I've not played this game before, so I don't really have much to talk about besides ask questions.
Tabletop.
PSI crashed again.
Undertale, we are playing D&D on Tabletop Simulator at the moment. I don't know if you're aware of what we are working on right here.
Yeah, I
in the
was.
chat.
I looked it up on Steam.
Okay.
Just on Roblox. 'Cause I'm bored.
I mean, I'll give you a link to the manual if you want to read it. There's a lot of rules and stuff to go through here. It's by no means a simple game.
Yeah.
We'll be playing Don't Starve Together probably tomorrow again. For those interested in DST. Once per week I like to play a different game. Once or twice per week. It depends. It's good, because then you don't have to play the same game every... That's how you get sick of games, is when you play a single one too much.
Oh,
Hold
looks
on
like
a second.
I crashed completely.
I crashed as
It's-
well a little bit earlier.
What are
It
you
says
saying?
that I have a holy symbol, so I'm trying to think of one of the best memes that there is.
Tabletop. No.
Make it a unicycle
I want
that you ride around.
I'm trying to think of something involving the I don't feel so good memes.
Can you see my text?
A handful of powder.
What really
Oh.
The
happened?
Infinity Gauntlet. I'm funny.
Hello, world. Estoy. Acqui parati. Solo parati. Did you just make me read some wicked spell out loud or something?
No, that's Spanish.
Oh.
Same thing.
I don't
Okay.
speak Spanish.
All right. Oh, you've not learned any... What language did you take in college and stuff?
I'm going to take Portuguese.
Oh, that's similar. Okay. It's based on a song. It says, "Estoy aquí" is I am here. Parati means for you, and solo parati means only for you. I don't know. It's based off of a song. I like a lot of song references, so I'm gonna delete some of these. Wake me up inside. Yeah, I know that song. Wait, is that the same people that Waking Alive? It's by the same band, isn't it?
No.
Okay, maybe not. Skillet?
No, it's not Skillet. Wake Me Up Inside is by Evanescence, I think.
Oh yeah, right there we go. Evanescence. I don't know how I got Skillet involved in that.
What do I
Skillet's
think
an
of-
awesome band, though.
So
Yeah,
the
I like a couple of
stats
their
that I
songs.
do not yet have on my first page is speed, initiative, inspiration, everything for the saving throws, everything for the skills, passive wisdom,
initiative?
and bonds.
Initiative is your dexterity modifier.
And speed is my constitution modifier.
Wow, I have a dexterity modifier of 0. How wonderful.
Speed is based off your race. What race are you?
Human.
Okay, so your speed would be 30. Passive perception or wisdom or whatever is your wisdom modifier plus 10.
Is passive what?
So if I have
What
wisdom,
do I think of you
I have a
two
wisdom
answering the
modifier
YouTube through the survey?
Your passive perception.
Oh, I see passive wisdom. You said it was based off of intelligence?
No, it's your wisdom modifier plus 10.
Okay.
So if I have wisdom 13, my wisdom modifier is 3.
No, it would be plus 1.
Okay, I have a wisdom of 9 with a modifier of -1. Would that make my passive wisdom 9?
Yes.
Okay.
Basically, your passive wisdom is determines whether or not you see something if you aren't actively looking for it.
Okay. I imagine 9 is not so good because it's just below 10.
I'm actively looking for
I'm tired.
hidden doors meme.
I rolled
And
stats
what?
in this game like I did in life. It's surprisingly accurate.
Loading up for
I'd say I'd have a -2 strength and dexterity modifier in real life.
Same.
But a +5 intelligence, but a -5 wisdom.
What is that like? The saying that somebody said that to Gandalf, didn't they? So for all your wisdom, for all your intelligence, you have not wisdom. I forget. Oh, you said. Wait, did you not watch Lord of the Rings? I forget.
I have, but it's been a long
Same.
time.
I've seen a little bit of it, but not a whole lot. Loading up Brawlhalla. Let's play it. Yeah.
9! 9!
777.
Oh no.
Who should I be? Yes, you. You will be golden.
Oh, it's for all your subtleties, you have not wisdom. Let's see if I can load this page. Don't you love it when like a website appears at the very top of Google search results or something, and then it refuses to load?
Yeah, I definitely like that.
What is up with that? Come on, Google, start
I don't know.
promoting those sites.
Google doesn't like you apparently. If it does
408
that.
Well, at
request
least it's not
timeout.
Internet Explorer.
For all your subtleties, you have not wisdom.
No.
Misspelled you.
Oh God.
Subtleties. Such
Oh,
a
I need
terrible
that
word.
bow. I need my bow. I need my bow.
So you see your saving throws on the upper left.
Correct.
Character. No. Oh.
Okay,
Denethor
Denethor said it. I finally figured it out.
What to do? When he's up.
So on the upper left, it'll have saving throws. For Barbarian, you'll want to click on the bubbles next to Strength and Constitution.
You can't make me die. For I am
Okay.
one with the trees.
Yep, I've got those checked. So those are my saving
And then
throws.
for
Here's my axe.
For
I missed my
skills,
axe.
you'll want to choose 2 from Animal Handling, Athletics, Intimidation, Nature, Perception, and Survival.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, so I've got a few here. Animal handling, athletics, intimidation, nature, survival, and what else?
So drop here. You did something good.
Hold on, I'm a little distracted.
Okay.
Animal Handling, Athletics, Intimidation, Nature, Perception, and Survival.
Okay, perception. So these are what? These are skills, okay?
Yeah.
How do I determine what number I have in them?
Well, start off by filling in the bubbles next to whichever ones you want.
How
you
many
can
do I
pick
get?
2 of them.
I can pick 2? Okay.
Oh,
Pick 2 out of the ones I said.
All right. I can do that. I will be intimidating. There's one.
the circle of life.
And survival. I've chosen my 2.
Okay. So the
You
bubble
made
next to it,
It's not a place.
Go on.
the bubble next to it means you have proficiency. And I'll explain in just a second what was the site for getting the game for $10. We might have someone else joining us.
Okay. Wait. The site is Indigala.
Can you spell that for me?
Yeah. INDIEGALA.com, I think. Let me just double check here. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So for your... Let's see.
Fnatic also has a sale on this game, Tabletop Simulator, but they're currently out. So that's why Indie Gala is the only place left you can get it on sale right now.
So for saving throws, you will put the modifier for each stat, but for the ones that have the circle filled in next to it, you would add +2.
And this goes to my skills, right? Or this goes
For
to saving throws?
And it's the same with skills, but the faint little, like, in parentheses, wisdom or charisma.
Oh, okay, okay.
That's that.
I think I input the wrong number for saving throws. I just copied all of the numbers from my dice rolls into those boxes.
No. You put the modifier.
Except for the 2 that I have proficiency in, right?
Yeah, you would add +2 to the modifier.
Okay, I think I've got it then. So just to run this past you, just to make sure I have it here. At the moment, I have a strength of 20 with a modifier of 5, positive 5.
Yep.
So I'm going to put 7 in my strength for saving throws. Okay, wonderful. So this is going to be 4. Intelligence, -1. Wisdom, -1. Okay. I think I've set that up correctly.
Hey, Raising, I have a question.
Go on.
Just out of curiosity, do you play Brawlhalla?
I've played it a few times with Josh especially, but I haven't recently, no. Why? What's up?
Get away.
There are quite a few people on here who do play it, though. I know PSI plays it, Josh plays it. I think a couple of other... Does Krokitkiner play it? I forget how to pronounce that name. Krotkitker. Krotkitker?
So what would be the modifier for a stat of 15?
+2.
Okay.
If you have the manual, you can go to your... What is it? The class? There is a chart that will list it all, or you can do the math on it. I think it's in creating a character. Yeah, right here. Ability scores and modifiers, they list it.
That is a long way from where I am right now. Down here on, what, page 84?
There are bookmarks if you need to jump through the book fast.
Yeah, if you look at the bookmarks, if you have Adobe Acrobat Reader, just open it up and under View, go to Display. Wait, go to Show Hide and then check bookmarks, I think. No, wait. I forget. I just did this, but I forgot which one it was. You can do it, though. Show Hide. Navigation
so am I
panes,
supposed to put
bookmarks.
anything for bonds?
Are you supposed to what?
Put anything for bonds.
I don't think I've gotten that far. Yeah, I'm not sure what it says, like personality traits. I've not gotten that far either, sadly. Like I said, I'm learning all this for the first time. I read a little bit about what the game entails, but I did not read into any of these class-specific stats and whatnot. Like, I understood is it the 6, I guess? The 6 stats, but yeah. I mean, for me, that's part of the fun of it, so I'm cool. I'm impatient.
Yeah.
I left a fair amount of things blank because we're not going to be using them,
Okay, that's probably best.
including inspiration, personality traits, ideals, bonds, flaws, temporary hit points, the entire second page, and if you're not a spellcaster, the entire third page.
Okay, wow, yeah. Spellcasting class.
I want to say I have just about everything set up. I think.
I don't have equipment. I don't have...
Oh wait, I still need to calculate my health.
We probably won't be dealing with languages either. I
Yeah.
use features and traits to keep track of my racial and class abilities, like dark vision, since I'm a gnome.
Just your average garden variety garden gnome.
Actually, I think am I a garden or forest gnome, or am I a stone gnome?
Or you insert drug related joke here. Huh.
So-
I am very
So what exactly should I be looking for to fill in features and traits? Because it's completely blank. It doesn't really give me any hints.
I'm pretty sure we're skipping it. I think.
I just use it to keep track of stuff like under class features. You'll have things like for barbarian, you'll have rage, unarmored defense, reckless attack, etc. For dwarf, you'll have dark vision, dwarven resilience, dwarven combat training, etc.
What if they keep on joining and then leaving? This person.
I've no idea, honestly. Who is it that's joining?
I think it's PSI because he's having trouble.
Oh, okay.
his mic is muted.
Yeah, PSI doesn't use voice chat, but he's played with us before quite a bit.
Okay. That's why. Okay. I don't know.
So I'm trying to think. 1d10 plus 0, because that's my Constitution modifier per level.
Yep, but the first level, instead of rolling the 1d10, you just automatically give yourself 10.
Yeah.
Is
So
it?
can you roll the 1d10 a couple times for me?
Sure.
I see a reckless attack. That's for barbarian. Okay.
You got a 1 and an 8.
Okay, so that puts me at 19. I don't think I'm gonna be a very strong paladin.
Don't worry, I'm not a very strong cleric.
Is that not how you spell vision? Oh, here we go. Such as dark vision. This is under what? Classes? Yeah, part 1 classes.
Undertale.
Undertale.
What is that action supposed to simulate?
What action?
When the pieces do that, the undulating
it's-
thing.
I like to pretend that they're fish. Because it looks like they're swimming.
The one thing that I've been confused on in Dungeons and Dragons is the combat.
Don't worry, combat's like the easiest part in my opinion.
Oh, so it's like, Raising used, stab. So he rolled a 20 and murdered the elf that was trying to steal his money.
Kind of. A 20 gives you a critical hit, not an automatic kill.
I knew that. Probably.
So there's a notebook here, but there's nothing in it.
So, let's see. Oh yeah, you should probably get your gear, your weapon and armor. Let's see.
So I just look, like, which pages should I be looking at for weapon? Okay, there it is. It says equipment. Okay, my bad. Never mind. Starting equipment. Let's see here. Starting wealth by class. Standard
For a
exchange
barbarian, you start with either a great axe or any martial melee weapon.
rates. Here, weapons. I'm gonna look for great axe first.
So what exactly is a martial weapon?
It's a class of weapon that's shown in a table in the book. There's simple weapons and martial weapons.
I would just assume that swords are simple weapons.
Depends on what type of sword.
Just say your average run-of-the-mill broadsword.
Let me check for broadsword.
Okay, so it says for the barbarian class that the equipment you can start with is a great axe or any martial melee weapon.
Yep.
Okay.
What? You just came in.
There's no broadsword, but a great sword is a martial weapon.
Oh. So I guess I'll just have a great sword in my back pocket.
A short sword is also martial. Weird.
Huh.
Yay! I finally got the game. It's done. I get to play for 18 hours.
So my religious symbol is illusory dust. I use it on an idiot, and they think that they're turning to dust.
Okay
And so
then.
they miss
That
stuff.
works, I
Feels so
guess.
good.
I suppose I'll allow that. If your opponent has an intelligence of 7 or less, it'll work.
How many opponents have less than 7 intelligence?
Probably not humanoid.
So a lot.
At the moment, I'm just trying to become more accustomed with the interface of Tabletop Simulator. I want to flick this piece, but I don't want to knock it off the table.
I forgot what the flick button is.
Okay, you click on the thing you want to flick, and then you drag out from behind it in the direction you want to flick it. Who's blue? What is you? Okay.
It's not working.
I guess.
Left click and hold, and then drag out.
Really?
Oh, I have to have the flick.
Oh my god, I just knocked it off the table. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's riveting and all that. Joints. and a decal. I don't have any decals.
I have my equipment, my stats, my saving throws.
What does Mundo mean?
It means world.
So what does the world mean?
Da-da-da-da.
It doesn't really mean anything. It's like Hello World. Have you ever seen the program that goes Hello World? That's where
No.
I've been introduced to it.
So
In
if nobody knows what the world means, then why are we here?
These questions are far too existential for my limited capacity.
Exactly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But it says I have 4 friends online. Discord broke. I believe I broke it. Is somebody screaming? Is I hear screaming?
Sorry, that's just my soul.
It's a Bible.
I'm sorry, but my religious symbol is Infinity War dust.
What's that?
What does Amamus T mean?
It means we love you.
Wait, did you look this up? Because
Wait
I
a
didn't
minute.
even know that. I don't know that much Spanish. But
It's not Spanish. It's Latin. I
ah,
took a
okay.
tiny bit of Latin when I was little.
Isn't Latin a dead language?
Yes.
If nobody knows what the meaning of life is, then why are we here? Why is anybody here? Why are the trees?
The meaning of life is to play Nintendo games. Makes sense for me.
Yep. Totally does.
Looks at my pile of Nintendo consoles.
How many Nintendo consoles do you have?
1, 2, 3, 4. And that's not even including my 3 different DS.
Let's see. I have an old Nintendo NES, an old DS, another old DS, a 3DS. No, it's a 2DS. A Wii U, a Nintendo Switch, a Nintendo 64, and that's about it.
Eh.
No, wait. Does a Game Boy count?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
by
I'm
Nintendo.
not counting that.
I have nothing that belongs to Nintendo, but my family does. So that's my only experience with that.
Sad.
Totally didn't write something questionable in Irish.
Are you just
Cool.
like using Google Translate something, or do you also know Irish?
I used Google Translate for the Irish part.
Actually, it's not Irish, it's Gaelic.
Close enough.
Same thing.
Hey, can you like type Arabic in the game?
People.
I'm curious.
You know what I think my character is about ready?
So if you're asleep, does that mean you're dead, basically?
No, because your heart's still beating.
But what if
PSI,
it
tell
stopped?
me what I wrote.
It stopped, then you would be dead.
But if you're sleeping and you're unconscious, doesn't
It
that
looks
mean
like it's upside down, whatever it is.
No, because when you're
Maybe
unconscious,
that's because you were upside down.
Oh, here we go.
as long as oxygen is being supplied into the brain, then you are technically alive.
No, you're dead if you're unconscious.
Incorrect.
Correct, actually.
Well, according to
I
Google
will
Translate,
call
it
my
is
lawyer.
Danish.
Settle this.
It
Why
is
close?
not Danish.
But they said they detected it being Danish. What is
And
this
I
supposed to be?
translated it to Norwegian.
Okay, I suppose those languages are somewhat similar. Like Spanish and Portuguese. I suppose somebody will have to get on my case about saying that. How dare you say two languages are similar? let me list off to you the subtle differences that are oh so obvious.
Okay, who knows who Jake Paul is?
I do.
You mean some idiot Viner who made bank on YouTube after Vine got down?
That's the one. Why did I just get muted?
The one that.
Please don't do that.
Do it.
Okay, do you know the little 9-year-old little Tate?
No,
You, what
but
should I be working towards here?
there.
Oh right, I forgot about D&D.
Wait, what are you doing?
Why
I
can't
was
you
drawing a
communist
Pikachu.
D&D?
Watch
It's not.
this video and you will see what I'm talking about.
Drawing a Pikachu out of pixel art.
It's not your D&D. It's our D&D.
Okay, so did you choose a weapon?
Well, I have my great axe, but I'm not sure if I'm supposed to get like a secondary weapon or something.
Let me check.
For in regards to the weapons, I wrote down great axe, barb, short for barbarian, but I'm not even sure what the little text boxes here are. They have letters next to them in the equipment screen, like CP, SP, EP. I don't know what value should be input into those boxes.
Oh, that's money, but we won't be using money.
Okay.
Yeah, we're poor and we don't need extra money to be spent.
Barbarians also start out with either 2 hand axes or any simple weapon.
Okay. I suppose I should take a hand axe because I'm not sure I can find simple weapons. Oh, here we go. Simple melee weapons. Club, dagger, great club, hand axe. These are simple weapons, right? Quarterstaff, sickle. Ooh, I like a sickle. That sounds stylish in an evil way. So I'm going to choose a sickle.
And lastly, you get 4 javelins.
Okay.
What's the difference between a Prius pack and a Explorer's pack, by the way?
We won't be using packs, but it's what's inside them.
Starter pack.
Okay, EU, I did not complete my skills tree. I selected my main ones, but I have not figured out how to calculate the numbers for that.
Hold on just a second. First, since you don't have armor, your AC is going to be 10 plus your dexterity modifier plus your constitution modifier.
My armor class?
Yep.
Okay, could you run me by those numbers again? Like the things that determined them?
Thing is real.
10 plus your dexterity modifier plus your constitution modifier.
Be real. I can't speak it. I wanted to, but I can't.
Constitution? Can we? Yes, thank you. Armor class.
Dude, don't go in my box of secrets.
Is it even
Come on.
possible to open it up?
I don't
It's
know.
possible to take stuff out of it.
So it's
Hmm.
possible to open it up then.
but
Don't
you're
open
not supposed
Pandora's
to take
box.
stuff out of it.
Exactly. So
That's my
follow the
box.
rules
You
of
should
what
play as
want.
Pandora, EU. And you could have Pandora's box over there. Have it
Yeah.
whenever somebody opens it up, they get killed or something. Is that flicking pieces yet again? No, that's not flicking. Okay. So, just out of curiosity, in regards to Tabletop Simulator, what are the pieces here on the board supposed to represent? Because I really can't tell what
Your
there's.
characters.
Okay.
You can zoom in with the scroll wheel of the mouse.
All right. Not sure I see any dwarves. Maybe this
Is
one?
anything
Yeah, that looks like a
real?
dwarf.
Are we still? No.
Yeah, we're still working on it. There's a bit of tomfoolery going around at the same time, though.
So, just a question. Are we supposed to have, images for our characters? Because I already have
Yes.
one here. We are?
No. Are we?
I'm sorry, I was asking, EU.
Yes.
Okay, then let me,
Not appreciated.
Well, if you're interested in joining the D&D game, Undertale,
it'll only take you 5 years to set up.
probably
5 years to
True.
set up what?
set up D&D.
D&D.
Dungeons and Dragons. Wait, that's what we're playing at the moment. Or we're trying to.
Says you're playing tabletop.
We're playing Tabletop Simulator, but the game that we're playing in Tabletop Simulator is Dungeons and Dragons. Tabletop Simulator can host a lot of different tabletop type games in a virtual space where you can interact with everybody else in real time, almost as if you were sitting at the table with them in real life.
Oh, it's that game. Yeah, I've seen that before on YouTube.
Yeah.
EU, I just sent you a image of my character.
Do I want to mute
Okay.
this? I probably want to mute this.
So, that's Kula's character. Why are tokens everywhere?
I think people are flipping them all over the board. What looks
Okay.
derpy? PSI.
It's just difficult.
Okay, so, for your stats, do you see the little gray things in parentheses next to the different stats?
I'm
For
taking
skills?
for skills. Yes, I see dexterity, wisdom, that kind of stuff, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
Wonderful.
isn't a pineapple under the sea?
So, put the corresponding stat modifier, and then if the bubble next to it is filled in, add your proficiency bonus.
So do I do this for all of them?
Yes.
Okay. Gotcha. Thanks.
If you think this is complicated, don't even think about playing Pathfinder. That's the one I actually
Pathfinder?
Pathfinder is a more complicated version of Dungeons and Dragons, and that's the one I was originally taught.
Oh, okay.
Ah.
Wisdom.
Are we even real? I'm asking too many complicated questions.
Yep. This is the preschool chat room. Go to the Sir Isaac Newton chat room.
Yeah, you need to go to the subreddit I Am Very Smart. You'll probably find all the answers on there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here, PSI, if you want something really fun to play with.
What'd you get?
Okay, sorry, I forgot. What was I supposed to add to skills that I specialize in? Based off of the
Your
stat
proficiency
modifier.
bonus.
How much is my
Actually, hold
proficiency
on,
bonus
can
by
I-
default, though?
Plus
it's plus
two.
2. Okay, plus 2. So that makes us 3.
Can I see what's going on in Tabletop Simulator by watching you through Steam?
Sure.
Okay. Let me actually find you first.
I gave PSI the ultimate toy.
Oh, wow. It's a coin.
A giant coin.
Worth
So I'm
25
guessing it's
cents.
huge.
On this board, yes, it appears to be quite large. I would say it probably occupies around 1/100th of the board. Oh, wait. Yeah, probably. I could imagine you breaking it down into like 10 by 10. Can I flip? Can you roll this thing? Maybe not. EU, have you played any other games on Tabletop Simulator?
Checkers and a puzzle.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering if they had any like infringing games on this thing.
They do.
Okay. Because
Mostly workshop items, I think, though.
Oh, like my family has a fair number of tabletop games, right? But I'm not sure they would be on here. I'm trying to think of some of the ones that we played a lot. Robo Rally was one of them. I'm pretty familiar with that.
Okay, so which weapons do you have?
Me, I have the greatsword as per usual, and then I also opted for the sickle because I thought that was pretty dank. And then of course I have the 4 javelins.
Under attacks and spellcasting, you'll put the name of each weapon, and then X how many ever you have. And then in the attack bonus, you will put your strength modifier plus your proficiency bonus.
Okay. So I'm going to start with the great axe. I'm going to say I have 1. My strength is 20. My proficiency is underneath strength. No, proficiency is 2. Okay. So I have 22.
Yeah, modifier.
Right. So I have a strength of 20. My great axe should be 22.
It would be plus 5.
It'd be plus. No, I mean for attack bonus.
Attack bonus would be
For the great axe.
modifier.
Okay, strength modifier plus proficiency.
Yeah.
Okay, so that would be 7.
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful.
Which is really high,
Ooh,
especially
wow.
for your level.
Sickle, I imagine I just have 1 of these as well.
So EU, I sent you a friend invite.
Okay.
Thank you.
You know what? I'm just gonna lock everything down on the board so PSI doesn't freaking knock it over.
So, is there any situation where my other weapons would have different attack bonuses from, for example, my great axe? My great axe has a 7 attack bonus. Would I get the same bonus with my sickle and my javelins?
If you wanted to use your dexterity bonus instead, depending on the weapon, not all weapons can do that. And also, if you didn't have proficiency with it.
Okay. I think I'll stick with strength because the bonus is higher than dexterity for me. Okay. I wasn't sure because javelins strike me as more of a ranged unit, so I wasn't sure if my character would receive less of an attack bonus when using them. If it used... what are these things called?
And then that should actually be everything.
You know what? I've seen a board comparable to this in the past. For when my friend at Board Game Club would have us play Magic the Gathering.
So if you want to start, if you think you're ready to start.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so... I need to delete that coin. There we go. Okay. I'll unlock
It's
your
okay.
characters.
I have my
around.
digits.
Oh, and don't forget to put the name on the character token. Kula, what's your character's name? What is it?
Alfred.
Alfred?
Yeah.
So right-click your token, and then under name, put whatever the name is. Momentous's character is going to be left out for now.
Could Momentous not make it, or what happened?
He's playing a different campaign right now.
Oh, okay. Probably for the best. We just end up wasting a lot of time for people who actually know how to play it.
Okay, so you're traveling with a group of people that you just met a little while ago. The reason you're all heading together is because it's dangerous to go on these roads alone, and you all needed to go to the same place for whatever arbitrary reason. As you're walking, you see in the distance a figure. As you get closer, you realize it's a young human boy, and he's covered in blood. He runs up to you. Please, you have to help me. My father, he cuts off.
Oh, this puts us in a very peculiar situation because it can go two ways, couldn't it?
Yeah. It could be a trap, or there could be smog burning down the town of Dale again.
Well, I am a barbarian.
You can say whatever you want to do, like if you want to examine him, or if you want to look around, try to sense if he's lying, that sort of thing.
Hold on, let me check what my divine does again.
Well, I'm not the most intellectual character here.
Evil registers your senses like a... So... The presence of a strong evil registers on your senses like a innocuous and powerful brings like heavenly execution. As an action, I my awareness to detect such forces until the end of my next turn. I know the location of any celestial scene or ending. Okay, so
think
that
as
doesn't really help me that
character,
much,
I'm just going to ask him to point out where the trouble is, the direction. You'll head in that direction.
He points off in another direction, and that's off the road, and he says that he'll lead you there if you're willing to help him. He still can't seem to catch his breath.
What the hell? Let's do it.
YOLO.
What about you, PSI? Alright. You follow the boy off the road into the trees, and you notice a large hole. It is approximately 8 feet across, and you can't tell how deep it is. It's very dark down there. Okay,
Yes, I just throw a rock in.
Will you please roll me your perception check? So, pull out a d20 and then roll it, and add your perception bonus. Not your passive perception, your regular perception.
I'm not sure I care about this hole. Is there any chance that we can just ignore it?
He's pointing at it and saying he's in there.
Ooh.
Something dragged him in.
I'm not sure. When do we learn the out? So just breaking from the game. When it comes to like taking turns in this, I know everybody can sort of say their own thing at the same time, but when do we learn the outcomes of any of them? If, for example, PSI throws a rock in, when do we learn the outcome of that? Your character sheet reset? Oh. I should probably save mine.
I feel really bad for PSI right now.
Hello, dark
Oh, by
side.
the way, my gnome is a mute. She can understand people, but she can't speak.
Hmm.
I think I'm gonna have to shout into the hole. I want to see
Shout
if,
in the hole.
yeah, do a battle roar.
Nothing happens.
Oh no.
There's just an eerie silence, except for what sounds like dripping, like there's a cave down there.
Call out for the boy's father.
He shakes his head. I tried screaming for him, but there was no response after his screams got cut off.
Damn, I guess we'll have to try to go down, won't we?
Hold
How
on.
would you like to...
I'm gonna drop a torch down. Wait, did PSI already do that? He threw a rock, and I
No,
want to
PSI
drop a
threw
torch.
a rock.
I want to try dropping a torch down
idea.
there. What?
I approach the hole, and I scream into it. Hey, houses are on sale, as well as life insurance.
There's still no response, but you think you feel the ground tremble a little bit.
I still want
Well,
to throw
the
a torch
ground
down there.
trembled. I guess somebody really doesn't like life insurance being on sale.
Okay. You toss the torch down and let me roll to see if it goes out from the fall. It probably won't, but we'll just check. It does not go out from the fall. Roll perception, so roll a d20 and add your perception bonus.
Okay, just a second here. Hey, can I roll the d20?
Yeah.
Okay. It says 7. What
And what's your perception bonus?
My perception bonus. Wait, I have a perception?
Yeah, it should be under your skills.
Skills. My perception is -1. So that makes it 6.
It
Oh,
looks
that's
pretty far down the hole, but that's about all you can tell. My character makes a perception check. And rolls a 1. She can't even see the torch.
Ouch. Even worse.
Cool, at PSI, what do you guys do?
I see a conveniently placed figure trying to hang themselves, so I take the rope from them, tie a noose around a tree, and then begin to descend after tying the other end around my waist.
We'll say you had a rope in your inventory to start out with, since I didn't give you guys starting inventories, but not a conveniently placed corpse.
Oh no, not a conveniently placed corpse. It was about to be a conveniently placed corpse, because they were suicidal man number 79.
Okay there, Logan Paul.
I just remembered we're actually in a forest.
Okay, I'm gonna, what's your athletics modifier?
Athletics? Shoot, I have no idea.
It should be under skills. Right at the top.
Shoot, I did not know how to do those modifiers. I'm not, no. My
Have you-
life is falling apart.
Did you not fill your skills out?
No, I didn't know how, and I thought that
So
I marked proficiency.
you see that next to each skill there's a little thing in parentheses, a little like half of a word or something? STR, CJ. It's based off of your actual stats, the modifiers for those stats. I think you can probably explain it better, but
So what's your strength modifier?
That would be 2.
Okay. You are barely able to scale the wall without getting hurt. Your feet rest on the ground once again, and everyone else is looking down at you. There is a tunnel on one of the walls at the bottom.
Hey, there's a tunnel down here. I want to come down.
My character grabs the rope, and let's do an acrobatics check. Actually, that would be athletics. And she slides down with ease, landing with a little bit of rope burn.
I don't trust the rope. I don't think this party is in my best interest. They actually might be trying to lure me down here to steal my stuff and kill me. So I think I'm going to use my weapons instead to try to work my way down.
So you're going to try to, like, use your javelins as hooks to climb down, stabbing them into the wall?
I think a javelin and a sickle should do the trick, yes.
One is a hammer and a sickle.
Roll me an acrobatics check and an athletics check.
Which die is this?
D20.
It's always D20? Okay. Here we go. Oh, it's not looking good. So you said an athletics check? Or an
And an acrobatics check.
Oh, which one should I do first? I guess I should do acrobatics first? Or, wait, you said athletics first.
It doesn't matter.
Well, for my athletics, I have 5 plus 2, I think, so that makes 7.
Okay, so a 9 and...
So I should roll it again?
Mhm.
It's a 14, and let's see my acrobatics here. I have an acrobatics of 0, so I guess it should be 14.
You barely make it down, although you slide a little bit and it gives you a bit of a heart attack, but you land on the ground soon after.
A bit of a
so
heart
you didn't fall very
attack?
far.
A bit.
It's not an actual heart attack. And PSI, are you still there?
Who is Drake?
That's PSI's character.
Drake at
I
the...
have a bad feeling that PSI is just gonna pull a Long Live the King on us and cut the rope. I have a bad feeling that he would do that.
Should we have PSI, like, out for now and then come back later?
So, like, let's say he goes to find the nearest town to get help. Or something.
Okay, yeah,
He
and
says
then
sure.
he can be the excuse for Momentous's character coming in. He went to get help or something.
Yeah.
Okay, so you enter the cave, and the little boy is still standing at the edge of the hole.
What is this massive thing that's coming in? What the hell? Time to get rid of this thing.
It's a map.
No, I can't flick it.
Okay. You enter the cave. It's pretty far across, about 15 feet across the tunnel. And there is a large circular area, as well as another tunnel leading out of there.
Can
What do
we
you do?
can we get something visual drawn here?
Did the giant thing not have the image load for you?
Okay, this is the cave. We are standing at the light end of it, right?
Yeah.
There seem to be a lot of bones down here. Does not look good. There might be a creature in the larger part of the...
I just, draw my weapon.
I'm gonna roll perception for my character real fast. Oh, 5.
I think my best
She
bet...
takes 8 steps in.
My best bet is also to gird myself for battle. If anything potentially pops up, I'll draw my weapon.
Okay, so you both draw your weapons.
Yeah.
My character is just looking around. What else do you do?
I guess walk forward a bit.
You take a few steps. The ground is stable, although you crunch on a weakened skull that turns to dust.
This could actually be promising. Any skull that old means it's been here for a long time. Maybe there's not as much to fear as I thought. I think we should continue.
I step back a bit to retrieve the now extinguished torch and relight it.
Alright, that's probably a good idea. I forgot. My character has dark vision, so she forgot about lighting a torch for everyone else.
I'm not afraid of the dark.
Okay. So, my character goes and examines some of the bones. Some of them, let's see. And she doesn't notice anything about them because she has crappy rolls.
Good job.
What do you do?
I step toward the middle of the room, moving the torch about me to see if I notice anything.
I stick along the walls with my back to it. I don't want to be ambushed in any way. If there's something out there, I'll meet it head on.
Okay. I'm gonna be generous since you guys aren't saying you're looking around. Roll me a perception check.
Okay, we use D20 again?
Yeah. Normally I wouldn't do this, but since you guys aren't even bothering to check and look around.
Well, I mean, I was looking around. That's why I was moving the torch about to see if I could see anything.
Oh. Well. You'll get advantage then.
Okay, it looks like I've got a 10.
Okay. You don't notice anything. Kula, what's your modifier? It's your wisdom modifier.
Yeah, 1.
You don't notice anything either, but I'll give you advantage, and you still don't notice anything because you rolled the exact same number. Let's have my character roll.
Ooh, a 2.
My
Not
character
looking good.
continues walking into the cave.
Man, where is Nate's lucky die when I...
I'm not sure. I guess my character falters a bit here. I've suddenly lost my bearings, I think. I'm not sure which way is out, it's dark.
I'm literally holding the torch.
Wait. Does the torch actually illuminate the room, though? I don't know.
Yeah, I'd say it gives light off about the same size as the room.
Yeah.
I have no idea,
You can
PSI.
just about make out the walls of the cave. And
Are you using Adobe Acrobat?
streaming down.
And don't forget, there's light coming from the entry to the hole.
Yeah.
I've already rounded this corner here, I think, though. I'm not-
You're right here.
I wish...
I moved to the corner where EU's character is, and see if I can hear anything.
Okay. So you have a +1, right? You rolled a 3.
Oh boy.
I guess the silence.
Yep, just silence, and except for the dripping of water.
But how do we know it's not? But how do we know it is one?
Well, I'm
Well,
not.
I mean, it's clear, not dark colored.
I'm not one to be outdone here.
Oh, I can see it, and not just here.
If characters with less strength have already gone before me, I have to beat them. There is no way I'm going to be put down by this. I have to go in there. I'll overtake anybody who is ahead of me. I must be the first. Does not matter what I run into. I run.
Okay.
I hope that you don't have to have a spiny show on you then.
I demand to run. Do I do anything athletic to see?
No, running doesn't require that unless there's like a certain terrain or something.
Oh, I'm running after some lights, and it's a little bit dark here.
For half a second, you thought you heard something, almost like a crunching, and maybe even a little bit of a sizzling. But the sound of your footsteps echo through the cave and it stops.
I'm not worried. It's probably something I just stepped on.
My character is going to make one last perception check before she thinks it's safe. Ooh.
You use
my
Chrome?
character brings...
PSI, try using Adobe Acrobat. That's what I use to save my PDF. I'm not even sure it's saved properly, but...
Lily brings a finger to her lips with wide eyes.
Lily who?
My character.
Yeah, but I don't even know your name. You're strangers to me.
Oh, true. My character's a mute, so you wouldn't know her name.
I'm one step ahead without even knowing it.
Okay, let's roll stealth for her because she is now cautious. And I'll roll something else over here. And check something.
You don't
There's
have
still
Adobe?
silence until you start to hear something that sounds a little bit like scuttling. My character quickly backs away.
Well, if it's scuttling, can't be that big. Maybe it's rats. Some similar.
I hold out my sword, backing myself against the corner that I'm at, holding the torch up high in my offhand
Okay.
to see if anything is gonna rush up.
Nah. I'll equip both weapons and stick with Alfred and take advantage of his light so I can see what's going on.
You see something start to peer around the corner.
I sheath my sword and prepare a javelin.
That's the sound it's making.
Could be insects. Think, how would I approach? How should I approach an insect?
Some kind of bug thing.
It suddenly charges when it sees PSI rush up. Roll initiative. With a d20. I rolled a nat 1. Lovely.
I throw my javelin at the thing, aiming.
Hold on.
I have a 19.
Okay, so what's your initiative bonus?
My initiative bonus is... I'm not sure. Where do I
It's your
find it?
dexterity modifier.
0.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you rolled 19.
Well, I rolled
Yes,
20 and then based off of... Because I was rolling for what was I rolling for? I was rolling for something at a -1. I was rolling for perception, I think. So it turned out to be a 19, yeah.
Let's see, Drake is 19. Let me roll for Kula.
Yeah, I threw my javelin at the thing, aiming.
But wait. Tell me your initiative.
1.
Okay, so you will move second to last.
Okay.
And then I have to roll for the creature. Which rolls a 4, and that is Just a 4. My character moves last. Sheesh.
I forgot to mention, after I threw the javelin, I redraw my sword. And
You can't do that yet.
Oh.
The first person to go is Raisin.
I'm sorry, I lost track of what's going on.
Okay, Raisin, you can attack, retreat, do whatever you want, but it's the middle of battle, so what you do will have dire consequences.
Oh no,
I'm not one to be outdone. I'm probably the most capable here, but there's no way I'm hanging back. I'll go first into the fray. Do I roll something? I take a few steps forward, ready.
Okay, which weapon do you have equipped?
Oh, that's a good one. Given the fact that I don't know much about the creature visually, I think the larger weapon will be more appropriate to brandish.
Okay, roll a d20 and add your attack bonus.
Okay, here we go. Ooh, a 6. And my attack bonus is the thing underneath strength number? Or what?
Your attack bonus is your proficiency plus the strength modifier.
Okay, so that's 7. Proficiency plus strength, it would be 7. And do I add that to the 20 die?
Yes.
Okay.
So that's 13.
Yep.
Your attack bounces off its tough armor.
Oh, this sounds strong.
It is PSI's turn.
Oh wait, I missed PSI.
He's typing, probably. Okay. Do you attack it with your dagger? Okay, so roll me a d20 and are you using dexterity or strength? Okay, so add your dexterity bonus plus your proficiency bonus to the roll. Don't forget to add your 2 bonuses. So it'd be 4 plus. It still doesn't even scratch the tough armor of the insectoid. Okay, next. Okay, cool, and now you can take your turn.
So, with the javelin I have, dabble it in some of the illusory dust and throw it straight at the insectoid monster.
Okay.
After releasing the javelin, I redraw my sword.
Let's see. The illusory dust. Let's see if you roll a natural 20, so it hits the creature. And what was the effect of it again?
It makes them think that they're turning to dust or dying. Also simulates pain, confusion, and fear.
So, let's roll for your javelin. What's your strength modifier?
15. Oh, I mean,
No.
2.
Okay, 2. Your javelin hit, and let me check how much damage javelin does. Since your dust seems a little overpowered, I'm gonna limit it to once per long rest.
Okay.
Okay, where's weapons? There they are.
Let's just say it's strong stuff, and if I mishandle it, then yeah.
You could have hit one of your friends if you had rolled too low.
Yeah.
Well, I think as my attack bounced off of the enemy, I was knocked to the ground. But I think I can make out one of its legs, and I'm going to try to slash at it with my scythe.
Wait, that's not a 1d6. I was like, 12 seems a little much for a 1d6 plus 2.
What do I have?
Okay,
A sickle.
you deal
Okay.
6 damage. You notice another creature appearing from behind it. And it will move after me. Okay, so it is the creature's turn. The creature decides who to attack. Let's flip a coin. Heads is PSI, tails is raising.
Yes.
Okay, it attacks PSI. Let's see. With a bite attack. It has an attack of 18, so what's your AC? That's AC armor class is your defense.
Oh, I never entered in my armor class for some reason.
Okay. It hits PSI. For how much damage does it do? $10 damage.
Ooh.
It is now my turn. My character quickly rushes over to PSI's character and uses what's the spell called again? Cure Wounds? Yes. Now I just have to find the description for it real fast. The creature you touch regains a number of hit points equal to 1d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. So that would be plus 2. 1d8 plus 2. PSI regains 3 health. Like horrible rolls.
So, just out of curiosity, how can we tell who is taking turns?
I have over here the order from right to left.
Okay. Wait,
Okay,
which
so it's your turn
side is
again,
right?
Raisin. This side is right.
Okay. It's my turn again. Wait, my attack has bounced off of it, right?
Yep, your first one did.
I probably fell to the ground as a result. But
I don't think you can PSI.
this is bound to go well. Can you attack first and then back up? Oh. So I'm probably on the ground. I'm gonna try to get my sickle out, and I think I make out its legs just a little distance from me. I'm gonna slash at it.
Okay, so roll me a d20 and tell me what the total is after the modifier.
Are you kidding me?
Let me roll for severity with the die of fate.
So this is based off of strength plus proficiency, right?
Yeah.
So it's 8.
I'm sorry to tell you this, but you rolled a nat 1. Severity is 18 out of 20. Your weapon breaks.
Oh well. It wasn't my main weapon anyway. Could be worse.
Alright. It is PSI's turn.
Actually, wait, I never got to go.
No, it's not your turn yet. You go after PSI.
Oh, I thought I went before him. Yeah, whatever.
Have you seen the turn order? I was just introduced to it.
Yeah, I thought I went from left to right.
Yeah, it depends on
It
which
goes
side
from
you're
right to
on.
left.
Oh, okay.
What'd you roll?
Looks wait, that's a 1. It's a 1. It's a 1.
That's 13. It barely scrapes off a little bit of the armor, but it doesn't deal damage to the creature. It is Kulo's turn.
I suggest that unless we're going to keep them at this choke point forever, we should back into the cavern we are already in and surround the enemies. So I take my torch and I prop it up using a pile of bones so that it's still burning.
If you take them out of the choke point, though, they'll be able to surround you.
Yeah, but we could do this. But anyways, I just well, I don't really have any range attacks besides 4 more javelins. So I guess
So you wanna...
Actually, wait, no, I heal PSI after propping my torch up.
Okay, what's your wisdom modifier?
What?
What's your wisdom modifier?
My wisdom modifier is 1.
Okay, so you heal 9.
Oh, wow.
And PSI, if that's more than your max health, you just go to max.
You could say that PSI, the PSI Master's health was maxed out.
Yep. Okay.
My max is 19.
It is now the creature's turn. It decides to attack. That wasn't a flip, so I'm gonna do that again. There we go. That was an actual flip. It attacks raising.
Yay! It's
Do you
about
know
time.
what your AC is?
No, I still haven't calculated it.
It's 10 plus your dex bonus plus your con bonus.
So I guess it's 12 then.
In that case, it hits, dealing
And are we rolling dice?
6 damage.
Okay.
Let's
So how
see
do-
what my character can do.
How do I keep track of how much health I'm at?
On the sheet, change your current hit points.
Okay. You said it's 6, that brings me down to 19.
Okay. My character throws her dagger at the beastie. Ooh, and she gets a crit.
No.
Finally, some luck. I guess it was being saved up. So, plus 6. She deals 11 damage, killing the creature.
Yeah.
The other creature scuttles over its body, but because it's rough terrain, it takes its whole turn to get on top.
And it's rough terrain thanks to the dead boy.
Yep. So now it's Raising's turn again.
Well, I just took damage. And these creatures are powerful, but we'll try my luck again. If if I can regain my footing, I think I should pull up my battle axe and just take a good old-fashioned swing at it. I haven't hit something with it, but we'll see if this can change. I should be in the relative vicinity of it, yeah.
So roll a d20 and add your bonus.
My luck is bound to change. 10. And my bonus is... I keep forgetting this. 7.
I think.
Yes, it gets me up to 17.
You most definitely hit the creature. And a great axe does...
My great axe has 7 attack bonus, but I'm not sure what I'd add that to.
Weapons...
I also don't have damage type for the great axe or the sickle or the javelin. Well, the sickle is non-existent apparently.
Damage attack doesn't... Or damage type doesn't matter too much right now.
Okay.
Great axe is 1d12 slashing. So 1d12 plus 7, since that's your... No, plus 5, because that's your strength modifier. There's no proficiency for the damage dealt.
Okay.
So the d12s are right here. Ooh, you kill it. It's dead
Oh, finally.
in one hit.
My fortunes have changed for the better.
So what do you do now?
Is it still my turn?
It's everybody's turn now that combat's
Okay.
over.
Well, I think at this point, using... Wait, what?
Oops. That was an accident. I forgot Control Z does that.
Okay.
I cautiously retrieve the torch and peek around the corner that the monsters had come.
I return to the wall and continue following it cautiously with my back to it, just in case.
It looks like the chamber is full of half-digested corpses.
How fresh? Do I have to do a perception roll?
One of them... Let's see. Yeah, perception's a good idea.
It's a 9, and I'm pretty sure my perception's a bit low. Let's see here. Perception. Yes, it makes it an 8, I think. Wait, do I add proficiency to that?
No.
Yeah, so yeah, it's 8.
One of the corpses looks fresh, but you can't tell what it is because you're not smart enough.
Okay. No, it could be from the creatures we just killed.
Okay, PSI goes to look at it. Roll me a d20.
After all, it's possible this could be the boy's father.
No. Perception is wisdom. Okay. You also recognize that it's fresh, and that it's a human, but you can't tell if it looked like it was old enough to be the father or not. You hear scuttling come from behind. The little boy stands behind you, but he suddenly transforms.
Oh no. Get.
Thank you for killing my dinner for me. I suppose I can have you as the dessert.
Raising, go look at it.
Go look at what?
I don't think it's necessary to look at the corpse anymore. It's pretty obvious what's going on here. I mean, there was a lot of magic going on here. I'm not sure how one large beast can disguise itself as the boy.
You should have
if
used
it has,
wait, I don't think any of you have detect magic, darn it.
if it has the ability to do that, who knows what else it can do.
I should have used Divine Sense to start the thing.
Yes, you should have.
Because I only have one use, so I was trying to save it.
I don't even know what my abilities are, so...
7, so...
So what
The creature will go... No, I'm not gonna have you roll initiative again since you just came out of battle. But this creature goes before me, but after everyone else. Alright. Raising. You go first.
Well, I still have my javelins, and I don't want to get too close to this creature. I don't have any idea what it's going to do. I think there's enough light where I can just make it out, and I'm going to try throwing a javelin at it.
Alright.
I might have
Roll me
a
a
shield of
D20.
some sort after all. D20? It's looking like a 19 there. Let's see here. Javelin has the same bonuses that the other ones do, right?
Well, you definitely hit it. And a javelin deals 1d6, right?
I'm not sure how the combat works in this game.
So roll a d6 and add your strength modifier, which is +5.
Okay. I get 5 plus 5, I guess that's 10.
You deal 10 damage. It is now PSI's turn.
Pizza! How come PSI doesn't have a name?
Oh, I thought it was Drake.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, for some reason it's not showing up for me. Lily and Alfred are, but not mine and PSI's. Oh, now it did. Okay, that's just weird.
No,
What's your character's name, Raising?
you know, I would say that
Yeah.
PSI could have the arrow with my torch, but whatever.
You rolled a nat 1, didn't you?
Wait, I haven't been paying attention. Oh, wow.
Okay, roll and tell me what the total is from your attack. And Alfred, what's your armor class? No, roll again.
My armor class is 16.
So roll again, PSI. Okay, thankfully you don't hit him and the bolt just flies way off course, like this way, landing just a few inches away from Raising's arm.
No, it travels through the wall.
Because you have bad aim, PSI. Okay,
You have such bad aim that you broke the laws of physics.
it's Kula's turn.
So I hand off my torch to Lily, and then I proceed to draw my sword and shield, slide on said shield behind the monster, flanking it.
You
And
can't
then
get behind
take
it.
sla-
it.
Take a slash with the sword and then guard.
It's completely blocking the cavern's way. You can't get behind it.
Then I just slash at it and guard with my shield.
Alrighty. So let me roll you the d20. What's the attack bonus?
My hit dice or my attack bonus?
Your attack bonus.
What's my attack bonus again?
It would be your strength plus your proficiency. Strength modifier.
And proficiency. Which one's my proficiency again?
+2.
Okay. So strength +2, that would be a sum of 17.
No, your strength modifier.
Oh, that would be 4.
Okay. So. Hold on, someone messaged me. Yes, PSI, that is what I was talking about. Okay, so. You fail to hit the creature, but just barely. She just barely dodges as you slice off some strands of her hair. It is now the creature's turn. She is focused on you since you are the closest to her.
It's a good thing I decided to guard after I took that swing.
And what's your AC?
AC? Armor class. 15. Plus just your standard run-of-the-mill steel shield, I guess.
So, shields are +2. What armor are you wearing?
Chainmail?
So that's 16. 16, and her attack is +5. So she misses you, though, as you bonk her in the teeth with your shield.
Hooray for pay.
My character quickly casts, what's it called? She quickly casts Sacred Flame. And the creature must make a dexterity saving throw of 15. And that has +3. Yeah, she makes it. Okay, Raising's turn.
The javelin seemed pretty successful. I see no reason to engage any closer, so I'm going to throw another one of my javelins. This is going to be the second one.
Okay, roll the d20.
Will do. Unlock. Oh, 8. Is my thing 5 or 8 plus 7?
The javelins. It should be. The
yeah,
thing
okay.
is 8, and then
yeah, so it's 15.
7.
15's pretty good, I think.
It nails one of her legs, and she squawks in pain. Roll a d6 plus 5.
A d6, you say? Ooh.
Deals 11 damage. So she has taken 21 damage. She looks worse for wear, but she's still standing. PSI, what do you do?
I've been dealing some of the most
I'm
damage
just
on this one.
remind PSI that there is a torch that can light hair off of. Just a friendly reminder.
Use the torch to ignite the arrow this time and shoot it at her chest.
I'm just shooting over my shoulder again. But if you're shooting over any of my shoulders, at least shoot over the one that's armored. Or more thickly armored, never mind. I'm saying my character art. But then I remembered, oh wait, I'm wearing shit.
Ooh, it hits her. It nails her right in the chest. Roll for the crossbow damage.
Wait, arrow? Yeah. That's what cross.
Yeah, PSI rolled a 6.
Okay, so you don't even have to do the fire damage. She's dead. You have defeated her. You notice she's carrying something shiny and shimmery.
I tell everybody to stop before they go and loot the corpse, and I instruct everybody to taunt.
This is Lily's taunt.
Wait, how do you do that?
You just select it and then press F in rapid succession. Are you gonna try to do it without the other people noticing, or are you gonna do it in plain view?
It's magical. I'm not
Alright.
somebody who's very magic adept, so I think I'll stay back for this one.
Alright.
Look
Roll.
over.
I do not
Do you want to
understand much
roll
about magic.
Arcana to identify it? Okay, so roll a d20. Yep. And add your Arcana stat. Oh. Well, that doesn't matter because you rolled a nat 20. It's just an ordinary amethyst, but it looks flawless, so it would be worth a lot of gold.
No.
Split it evenly among.
Okay. PSI puts it in his backpack. Real fast, PSI, roll another Arcana check. You don't have any bonus to it. Arcana should be intelligence. You recognize that the creature you have just slain is an Arania, an arachnid sorceress. Lily is gonna go investigate the corpses one last time.
I head into the backmost cave, and investigate around there too.
Go to Raising and tell him to look at the amethyst.
Kula investigates the corpses and can see that rest in pieces. One's an old man, and the other's a little boy.
Oof. Did the little boy's corpse look like the,
It's hard to
What's that?
tell because the acid from the creatures eating it have pretty much completely digested off its face.
Understandable.
And that is all I had for this campaign.
Okay. So,
Was it fun?
it was interesting, yeah.
I had a good time.
How do you plan those things out?
I took this scenario off the internet and tweaked it a little bit. I made the creatures weaker since it's meant for a stronger party, and I changed one of them to something else. Originally, the boss was going to be the queen of those insects you saw, but I changed it to a spider sorceress because those insects I don't think have the ability to transform into different stuff.
Ah, okay.
So whoever wrote it wasn't very smart.
Uh,
Is Raisin looking at my amethyst? Is he looking at it? Is he? PSI.
Yes. I'm thinking about how unfair it is that you contributed so little and yet you're the one who made out with most riches here. All of your bumbling has paid off quite well.
Yeah,
Well, I
I
mean,
did a
we're splitting-
campaign that wasn't complete garbage.
Yeah. It was interesting.
I'd enjoy to pick this up again sometime.
If you
Okay.
guys want to save your character sheets, I might do it again sometime if you guys still want to.
Yeah, I'll save mine.
Yeah.
The real reason I made my character mute is because I hate having a bunch of characters that have to talk.
Yeah, I don't think any of us really talked here much as characters.
I mean, I don't mind when other people's characters talk, but me making my own characters talk when I have a bunch of them to play is frustrating.
That's understandable.
Alright. I think I'm gonna head to bed.
Okay.
Yeah, we're done for tonight anyway.
Okay.
Tries to flip the table, but is too weak.
I'm trying to figure out how to save.
Your stat sheet?
Yeah.
Don't you just need to open it up in Adobe?
Adobe Flash?
I forget what it's called.
Adobe
Acrobat.
Acrobat Reader.
Yeah, that's what I use.
I don't
It's
have them.
free. I'm pretty sure you can just download it for free.
You know what? I'll just minimize it for later.
Okay. Could always like take a
Alright.
screenshot of it otherwise, I suppose. And you could always enter the stats back in next time.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go toodles.
Okay, good night.
Night.
Come play Secret Hero Hitler or die no funny business. Is that a game on Tabletop Simulator? I know I've heard of it because like I used to listen to the Co-optional podcast and they talked about it a lot on there. No one could join? Huh. So it does come with some games by default. I hadn't checked these out. You can play checkers, backgammon. But some of these are locked. Okay. So it comes with a lot of DLC apparently.
Oh no.
Yeah. Wait, you don't have Tabletop Simulator, do you?
I'm
Cool.
afraid not.
Yeah, okay.
That's why I was piggybacking off of EU's view.
Oh, right. Yeah, you saw her playing it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, they do sell quite a bit of DLC, actually. But you can also install workshop stuff, I thought. Oh yeah, here's a workshop. Let's see if there's anything in it. Can you not search it here? Okay, you have to browse it. Civilization, A New Dawn. Like, most subscribed. Okay, Cards Against Humanity is the most subscribed. Game of Life, Clue. Fallout, Monopoly. Wow, 20,000 different items here.
I might have to look at the game sometime.
Yeah, there are all kinds of games here. The Game of Life, Connect 4, Monopoly. I just wonder if they had something a little bit less generic that I was familiar with. There's Carcassonne. The Settlers of Catan.
That does not help that I'm literally in a closed room that is the hottest room in the house.
I suppose not. You don't have a fan or anything?
Nope.
Wow. How come?
I don't know.
I have a nice little one that just sits on my desk. It blows on my hands, so my hands never get sweaty, which is nice.
Jeez.
Yes, would recommend. So, let's see. I'm trying to remember like a game that I played that's very... Let's see if they have Robo Rally. Doom. Hey, there's Robo Rally.
So have I ever played a game called Town of Salem?
Have I ever played Town of Salem? I've heard of it, but I've never played it. Why?
It's fairly fun if you don't die within the first night.
It's just a regular PC game, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's also a free... In addition to being on Steam for $5, it's also free on the... it's also a free browser game.
Would you say it's kind of survival-ish, or what? What, like, brings it up here?
I just thought it's a good game for a group to play.
Okay. I didn't know it was multiplayer. Maybe we'll look at that sometime. Hello, Flamingo H. We just finished playing
there's
D&D.
about 15 players put into a town with several different factions and they each have different win conditions dependent on the faction. For example, if you were a serial killer, your goal would be to eliminate everybody who is not a fellow serial killer.
Okay, so here's a game that I've played. It's called Kingsburg. I forget exactly how to play it, though. I should subscribe to it once, though, just to see what it's like. Here we go. Workshop. Okay, here's Kingsburg. Load it. He wants to open some Google document on a tablet. Oh, yeah, that's so weird. The way you can load internet pages from inside Tabletop Simulator. Man, it's been so long since I played this, though. Okay, it's starting to load the textures in and everything. I was wondering why everything was blank at first. Yeah, that's the game. I've played this game. Okay, well, I mean, it is almost... Usually I quit at 10:30. It's 10:18, so I think I'm just gonna call it a night. It was an interesting session, unless you have something that you were interested in trying. Either of you, PSI or Coda. Wait.
Yeah.
Okay. Good night.
There isn't really much else to do tonight.
Yeah. Have a good one. See you tomorrow.
You too.
And that's it for the stream. Thanks to anybody who came out and watched, and I'll be back tomorrow for Don't Starve Together, most